a lot of pride and ego, but I also think it's because our desire for validation, to be thought of, maybe we have been neglected because, we're talking about some high ideals. Like, wouldn't it be great in a world if we were all kind to one another? And that's not a reality. And
Mm-mm.
you look at that, there are people who, and I think about men in some respect of like, the desire, like I have a different desire, but I think like with my husband, like respecting him and showing him the kindness of saying, I see you, I hear you, what you say matters.
Mm-hmm.
Like that that holds high value for him, right? I don't know if this is all guys, and I want to be validated too, but like in different ways. So I don't know if this is a guy girl thing or it's but just thinking of that need for validation. And when you're not validated, if people haven't been kind to you, if they don't listen to you, you may just get fed up and be like, I don't care, this is my opinion, and you're gonna listen to it or not. But I think over time there's that feeling of not being heard for so many years, and you're just fed up with it. And so like I could say it was all ego, but I don't know if it's that always. I think that probably fuels it, but I think the reality is that when you've been invalidated for many years and you do have an opinion and you don't feel listened to, you may just get to a point where you're just fed up and you just want to say what you have to say and be like, just do this. Just listen to me. Like, it's not crazy. And they might be right. I don't think it's very winsome. I don't think it's going to draw people to your way, unfortunately, but I definitely can understand how somebody, if they feel like they've been invalidated and people haven't treated them with that respect or kindness or whatever, then they could just kind of be like, everybody has an opinion. Why won't people listen to mine? I'm tired of listening to everybody's opinion. Nobody listens to mine. Like that self-talk that makes you feel like you're missing out and you just kind of just get fed up. And I guess that's what I imagine. So I'm trying to see it in two ways. One, it's ego. One, there's pride. Those are true. But I think also that feeling of invalidation for so many years can just lead you to just be like, that's it. I have an opinion and you're going to hear it. Yeah. And I want you to believe me.
Yeah, you're going to believe me. And I think, is that the risk of othering people? Like when, like with cancel culture, when if you're not in this group that believes X, if you believe Y, instead of asking why, instead of like having that discourse and explain to me why you believe Y instead of X, when you other them, you shun them, you kind of shut off their voice.
Right.
They're not getting validated.
Yeah, I think it, ironically, they do, like when you polarize, you do it to each other. And so it just creates more of a toxic environment on both ends. Like whenever, I don't know, like I'll hear people be like, don't be in the middle, like make a decision, pick a choice. Like, okay, but that's great. But like, that's not humanity. You can't work with people if you're just doing that all the time, if you're doing the shout down. But I do think that polarization has really kind of created this, isolation, and then you create these siloing of opinion and both sides feel invalidated by the other. And then you just get into this shout fest. And so like on a large scale, that definitely happens. You really see that. And that otherness is like, oh, they're just on this side. And so like you don't feel like they're going to listen to you. They don't feel like you're going to listen to them. So all you're going to do is just shout. And I don't know why anybody thinks that's productive, because it's not going to get through. The people it gets through to, maybe like if you say something that's resonant, are the people in the middle anyways, because they're the one that are kind of like walking and saying, okay, I'm trying to listen to both sides and I'm trying to make an opinion or, out of what we're talking about. But usually on that polarization, once that happens, it's really hard to get out of those silos. And it just does become a shout fest, because it's that guy. They're the problem. And then that guy's like, you're the problem or whatever.
It's like, always remember, you are not alone. Catch full episodes every Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific.